on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Third down and 1.
They give it off here to the tight end.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Levis sets up to throw here. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Levis.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Levis to throw it. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it was 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3, but I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all, but the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They go play action now. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson on the move to his left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and 3rd and 1 now. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 44. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
In motion, Aguilar.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away 1/2 of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Levis.
He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. (10-3) our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
The tight end in motion right.
Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
In motion, Aguilar.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
Well, Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews, and he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there, and 3rd and 8 now.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the Titans getting set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Nick Folk for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
In motion, Aguilar.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. In motion right is Aguilar. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They go play action with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. And Jackson throwing once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Titans now just about ready to take over. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Levis back to throw. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Levis.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
Folk's kick is good.
And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
In motion left, Flowers.
Play action. It's Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Levis.
This one caught by Ridley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
One final shot before the half. Here's Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Jackson now. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Complete to Likely.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down and 3.
They go play action now. Jackson. And will be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Odafe Oweh there on the tackle.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground, but every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And Boyd in motion right. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now 3rd down and 7. Levis from the gun.
And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
In motion, Aguilar.
Now it's Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. To throw is Jackson.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and the Titans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Back to throw, it's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Levis. Cockrell holds it in left side.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Levis sets up to throw here.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And Levis going back to the air.
Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Levis back to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Levis looking to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Option play. Here's Pollard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is 2nd and 8. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And it's complete right back to Ridley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They'll throw it again with Levis.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Levis to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing is Jackson.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is, even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands, and he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense had quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Here's Levis.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Into space at the 45.
And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second. This is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A short throw caught by Andrews. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Jackson going to run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So Levis and the Titans now down by 11, 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Levis to throw.
He gets this one to Boyd. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Here's Levis. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He completes it to Boyd. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Second and 6 coming up. Levis, he'll look to throw it. A very quick pass to Ridley.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Well, 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's 1st and goal. Levis.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Levis to throw once more.
Flushed out right. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
So here we go, 45 seconds left, and things have boiled down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual, because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football, because this won't happen very often.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.